Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is going to be another one of these Will I Buy It videos. This is a video series I do every single Sunday on my channel. This was inspired by Samantha March, in which I talk about the newest launches from this past week and I give you guys my opinions on them. We have a little bit of a chat, we roast some brands, we praise other brands, we just keep it going here. So I post these videos on Sunday, but I do like to post every single day on my channel. I did have a little bit of a hiccup last week. I actually was sick. Actually, that was not for dramatic effect. I literally just coughed there. I've been sick a little bit this past week for many reasons, but I wasn't able to get a video up this week, which was irritating because I've literally been posting every single day for the past 3 weeks, so it's been going pretty well so far, but I was so exhausted. I had exams, I had work, I just couldn't do it, but I have been pretty good about uploading daily besides that one day. So I do post videos every day, and I'm actually going to be a lot more vigilant when it comes to planning videos out, so I don't have to be like hindered by me being sick and having to post a video. So anyway, that was a very long-winded intro. I'm just gonna get into this video right here. So the first item that I want to mention to you all is the new Colourpop collection release. It's a collaboration with Bretton Rock, I believe, and they have like two different themes. They have like a red kind of theme and they have like a wet theme. So it's like a lit and a wet theme. So lit is very like reddy, they have a pop of yellow in there, and then wet is very blue tone. They have, I think, a few neutrals in that palette as well, but yes, on the whole, these are going to be two eyeshadow palettes: glitters, blush, ultra satin lip, ultra glossy lip. I'm actually more excited about the glitters than anything else. I actually might pick those glitters up. You guys know that I do love myself a very good glitter, and I feel like these glitter swatches are kind of calling my name, so I might select this. I might try this out. Let's talk about the balm. They're coming out with a Luminizers Squad, and it's going to be $30 for 4 pans. I was kind of excited because I felt like this was going to be like a good makeup artist item. I felt like people would be able to get this and have like a full range of shades that would work for a variety of skin tones, but clearly that is not the case. I forget what the name is of that highlight, but they have like a highlighter that is darker that I feel like they could have put in here, and they could have put it instead of like that pinky highlight, which is the Cindy Luminizer. I feel like they could have substituted that for the darker highlight and created a palette that would be ideal for makeup artists, that would be ideal for women of color to be able to use, because like this I can only visualize being used by the mediums to lights, and yeah, like I don't really like that. I don't really appreciate it. Not gonna get it. Don't need it, but I really don't like how they don't have like a darker version of a highlighter in there. Let's talk about this new Nars palette. It's called the Skin Deep Eyeshadow Palette, and it fits the theme of the name. I do want to say, so many brands lately have been coming out with misleading names for palettes that are frankly nothing in comparison to like what they're named, you know? So like this palette fits the name, I'll give it credits for that, but it's a boring palette. I feel like Nars is always coming out with these kinds of palettes and people still keep buying them, so you know what? That's their customer, that's their interest. They do what they want to do. If I'm being very honest, would I buy a Nars eyeshadow palette even if it was a palette of my dreams? No, because I have no money, but it's nice to complain about things. I feel like I can make a business out of that. Let's talk about this Too Faced collection. I have spoken about the highlights before on my channel, and I haven't really spoken about all this other stuff that they're coming out with. Well, it's a pretty rich collection. Okay, so they have the Diamond Light brush, okay, which looks like a child's plaything. And then they have some Diamond Light highlighters, which I do not like either because I don't know, I'm just criticizing everything. They have some sparkling lip products, which I am actually intrigued by, particularly like that iridescent, like kind of violet color that looks really cool, and that looks like something that I'd actually like to wear. So I don't know, maybe Too Faced, maybe you'll see me buy something from you for, I don't know, the first time in like a year. And then they have this eyeshadow palette, which I am utterly bored by. Can I say that? I mean, of course I can say that, but like I'm just not intrigued by this palette enough to even give it a second glance. It just looks like a boring palette. It looks like the things that have already been done before, and naturally I am completely uninterested. I feel like I should probably change my hairstyle because I don't even know if I can take myself seriously with the way my hair is looking right now, so maybe just leave it down. I don't know. I have never heard of this brand before, but it's called Sosu, S-O-S-U, by SJ. Okay, and they are coming out with a collaboration with one of my favorite artists, and her name, I can't pronounce her name. You spell her username Keilidhmua. Okay, super talented woman, so good at makeup. I love her content. She really knows her stuff, and I've actually watched a lot of her YouTube videos and learned a ton about color, about blending, about all those different things that I do not possess talents in, but she does. And I actually really like this palette. I mean, I don't think I'll be getting it myself, but I do think that it's a good, neutral, and colorful palette. And let me explain, like, let me elaborate on this. You know when you see like a neutral palette and a colorful palette sort of meshed into one. We see that with the Masquerade palette from Juvia's Place. That's a good example. But there's some other palettes that have been coming out recently that just have like neutral colors and they have colorful shades. And the neutral colors are colors that you probably own several duplicates of in your collection already. So naturally you do not need them. And then the colorful colors are just the very basic colors that everybody already owns and everybody is already bored by if they are interested in color. But this is a palette that includes colors that you don't necessarily have duplicates of in your collection already. I mean, I think that I might have duplicates of several of these colors, but I can definitely say that I do not have a matte white. Okay, I don't have that highlighter yellow. I don't have, I don't really have like a shade that is quite that shade of purple. So, I mean, like I have several eyeshadows. I mean, I have a lot of eyeshadows. So this is obviously very well thought out. And I do like the fact that she is someone that loves color and she is creating a palette that is unique looking. And it's actually a palette that I would buy if it was easily accessible to me, which I don't think it is. So I'm not going to get this myself, but I'm so excited for her. She's also coming out with a brush collection and a collection of lashes. Now, I'm not getting those either, but again, I'm so excited for her. I'm so happy that she has had this opportunity and that she's obviously created a collection that's very well thought out, that's very, that's hopefully very good quality, because I just love her content. I love what she's about. I love her style. I love her application techniques, and I feel like she knows so much, and the fact that she's coming out with this, very excited for her. This is a product from Farsali, and Farsali is coming out with a liquid glass perfecting primer that is $54. $54. $54. I should probably not yell that. But $54 for a primer, like, people can afford that. People go out and get that, but I don't know if I ever could. I mean, I hope I will be able to afford to one day splash out $54 for a primer, but that won't happen just yet. So anyway, the product, okay, here's the thing. I feel like a lot of people that are looking at this will probably be like, I don't like the idea of having like a shimmery primer. I don't like that. It's too glittery for me. It's too sparkly. I beg to differ. I am someone that literally goes into Sephora, okay? I'm that little kid that just grabs the Farsali drops, you know, the sparkly ones, just puts them on my hand, you know, rubs them around and just stares at them as my hand starts shimmering and glowing like a little goddess. I love glittery things. I love that. I'm actually wearing a little bit of glitter on my skin right now. I'm not sure if you can see it at all because, you know, it's getting quite dark right now, but I love that and I don't mind that whatsoever. So, I don't know, this was like $16, which it would not be. Maybe I'll consider getting it, but no, not now. So Tom Ford is coming out with some quads, and I actually really do love these color stories, and I would definitely consider getting these color stories if the quads weren't $88. And let's face it, they're gonna be $90+ once you pretty much put like probably the astronomical tax on these quads plus probably what you're paying for shipping. I mean, if you're getting it in store, then you're not paying for shipping, but like, let's face it, the tax will make it like over $90. $90 for 4 eyeshadows. That pretty much makes it like just over $20, just under $25 per eyeshadow pan. I can't do that. And I understand that Tom Ford, it's a luxury brand. They're known for creating really beautifully done luxury formulas and luxury products that I can never afford because they're the price of a down payment on a house. Well, I don't know, not really. But you guys get my gist. This is super expensive, so no. Let's talk about Wander Beauty. I like the message of Wander Beauty that's like very low maintenance beauty. It was created by a model. Is she a supermodel? I would say that she's a supermodel, yeah. And pretty much every single product that is from Wander Beauty that is applied on this beautiful woman that is like the face and the founder of the brand looks phenomenal. But the products themselves are just boring, and I know that if I bought this and if I put it on my face, I would be so underwhelmed because it's the basic of the basic. These eyeshadow palettes are examples of that. These are 2 eyeshadow palettes for the holidays 2018. $25 each. The pricing of that sounds good. I mean, I don't know about the pan size and how much you're getting, but the pricing sounds pretty good. One palette is called the Chill palette, and then the other palette is called the Off Duty palette. But you can barely tell the difference between the two because they literally have the same variation of taupes in each palette. And I cannot stand that. Like, I don't like it. I don't vibe with it. I don't get it. I feel like there is an audience for this. There are people that would really like this. If you're someone that doesn't wear a lot of makeup, that doesn't feel like you need a lot of makeup, and you are literally someone that dresses around the world like a supermodel, and you want to have everything in your carry-on, where you want to have like these small eyeshadow palettes that you can just put on with your fingers maybe, or with like a brush, and you can just go out, you know, looking amazing, then you get this because I feel like this is a good price, and you are getting 6 shades for $25, and Wander Beauty happens to be like a very high-end looking brand, so I feel like the price is right. Like, the price is really great, but these are taupes. So me, who needs color to make my life happy, cannot deal with taupes. This next item is from Certify, and they're coming out with yet another eyeshadow palette that looks amazing, that looks bomb, that I want very badly. And Certify is a UK-based brand, and I'm not sure how long it takes them for how long it takes for them to ship from the UK to the States. But it's £32. And it's coming soon, and I want it so bad. I want this palette so bad. This is like, okay, this is the type of warm tone kind of palette with like a little bit of like pinks, a little bit of like these sort of like red base purples, and they have like even that indigo in there as well. I'm in love with this palette. Like, this palette has my heart, and I want it so bad. Like, this is probably something that I will be getting, if not severely lusting over. This next item is from Lawless Beauty, and it's going to be called the One eyeshadow palette, and this is for the holidays. And it's a pretty basic palette. This is actually a neutral palette that I can appreciate. Like, every now and then you get a neutral palette that I actually kind of like, because even though I don't wear neutrals, I like to look at things from different people's perspectives. And if I was someone that wanted a neutral eyeshadow palette that wanted to have like that selection of shades that could work for pretty much every single occasion, that wanted to have that black, that wanted to have those highlight shades, that wanted to have like those mid-tones that were a little bit different but still neutral and still in my comfort zone, I would totally go for this palette. But I'm not that person. I'm just that person with an extensive makeup collection already. I'm that person that doesn't want this. I'm that kind of person that probably already has enough neutral palettes that I'm trying to use up to not need this palette like ever. So I'm not going to be getting this, but I could definitely see someone getting this palette and loving it because it's a good concept in my opinion. This next item is from Nars, and this is called the Ignited Eyeshadow Palette, and I do think that it's better than most eyeshadow palettes from them that I've seen in terms of color story. It looks interesting, it looks mildly interesting. However, am I interested in getting it? No, I am not. Though I can pretty much picture like at least 5 big beauty gurus off the top of my head that are going to be getting this palette and raving their socks off about this palette. So yeah, I guess I have that to look forward to. So this next item is from Tarte, and I have seen so many people talk about this item, and they have their different opinions on it. This is the Tarte Pro Remix palette. The packaging is more interesting than the actual eyeshadow. That is the defining point in this entire launch. The fact that the packaging is more enticing to me than the actual eyeshadow within it. I think this color story is better for me, like better in my opinion, you know, like in my colorful infused opinion, than pretty much anything I've seen from Tarte when it comes to eyeshadow, like ever. But it's just like, it's just so like, it's just not a color story that I actually can get behind and that I actually think inspires me, because I feel like if I ever got this palette, whenever I'd open it, I'd be more attracted by the fact that this is a beautiful splatter paint job with these beautiful rich colors that just doesn't translate into the actual shades in the palette. So you gotta give it to these indie brands. They're the reason why I'm still excited and why I'm still like very inspired by new makeup, because look at these loose highlighters from this brand called Ami Hearts Beauty Cosmetics, and they're launching Cyber Monday. They look beautiful. They look so stunning. Oh gosh, I'm so tempted. I probably will try one out. How much are these? I don't know how much these are, but they look beautiful. This other launch from this brand called Pretties for Your Face. They're launching a holiday collection, and it's going to be $20 for this eyeshadow palette with 5 pans. I'm not a fan of the left 2 shades, so I'm not going to be getting this, but I do like those last 2 shades. If these were 2 singles, I feel like I'd get them, but like, no. So this was something that I was like, love it, want it. This is something from this brand called Feature Cosmetics. So they're coming out with a new Melody palette and metallic liquid lipsticks. Look at those colors. Look at those colors. And tell me that doesn't look beautiful. These look so pretty. Like, these look amazing. Oh, I'm in love. But that eyeshadow palette and like that pink lip, like, oh my goodness, I love this. So these are some liquid lipsticks from this brand called Calon Cosmetics. Like, I love looking at indie brands, I love shouting them out, but sometimes I just can't pronounce the names because I've never heard of them, which is why more people should talk about indie brands, of course. These are some new liquid lipsticks from them, and they're launching November 15th. I cannot say that I'm interested in getting any of these. These are just not like calling my name, and I'm just not interested, you know, like I'm just not. So this made my toes tingle. This is from Dulzura Cosmetics, and they're launching these glitter gels, and they're only $5. $5, and these look beautiful. Like these, oh my goodness, I'm so tempted. I want these so bad. They're calling my name. oh my goodness, like this is everything for me. There is this launch from Dulzura Cosmetics, and it's going to be called the Spice of Life Holiday Collection, and can't say that I'm actually interested in it in any way, shape, or form, but I do want to say that I love the idea of including like a smaller version of that eyeshadow palette with 6 pans rather than 10. I feel like that's great. I feel like people will really respond well to that, so kudos to Zoeva for having that idea. I feel like it's a great one. Then another launch from Nars. I believe this is Narcissist, and they're coming out with a collaboration with iluvsarahii. And it's going to be like, it looks like a cheek product. It looks like a blush. And I just like, oh gosh, I love the fact that a influencer has a collaboration with a makeup giant like Nars. Great. It's great, you know. But I just feel like iluvsarahii has done so much with Colourpop and Dose of Colors that this is actually like a step down for her. I mean, I have no idea about how good this is, or I know that she probably is so proud of this and she is so excited about it, and I just want to congratulate her from the bottom of my heart. I'm so excited. But the girl has so much potential to create something other than a cheap product. Like, Nars, seriously, you're going to have her create one product and you're going to have her create this? It's just, I wish that she had been given the opportunity to do more with Nars, because I feel like Nars has some really beautiful formulas that she could really work well with. And I'm pretty sure that she probably had some great ideas, but of course, you know, Nars are so big, they probably don't want to, like, I don't know, take advice from an influencer, but I feel like they should. I feel like it would have been a great idea to do like a, even 3 products would be better than like one cheek item that frankly I'm not interested in. But it's kind of like I'm looking at this and I know that she could do better. I know that if given the right resources, if given the right artistic license, she could create something better than this. But this is what she's given and this is what she has to create. I mean, I'm happy for her. I'm so happy for her. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I'm thinking the Dose of Colors collaborations, the Colourpop collaborations, they showcased her creativity better and they showcased her better as an artist. So much more than Nars. Just saying. Okay guys, so that is the end of this video. Those were all my opinions for this week's new makeup releases. I hope you enjoyed this video, and actually please leave me a comment down below. Tell me your opinions, tell me what you thought of my opinions, and just, you know, give me your thoughts. I respond to pretty much every single comment I get. Except spam. I don't like spam, can't stand it, don't like it at all, so I just don't respond to that. But other than that, I love to connect with you. I love to respond to you guys, and we just have an amazing conversation in the comments, and I treasure that so much. You don't even know. So yes, thank you so much for watching till the end. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye guys.